Hello everybody, Harrison101 with a brand new video, and Happy New Year to all of my viewers. And now it's time for my 5th Forza Motorsport 4 review. And in this episode, we're going to be reviewing a fan favourite, Episode 5, the McLaren MP4 12C. Looks-wise, I'm not the biggest fan in the world of the MP4 12C. Again, with many modern supercars in this day and age, it's all done for aerodynamics, and I'm not sure on the stylings of this one. A lot of grills, a lot of lines everywhere. It's a supercar, so you can kind of get away with it, but to the same degree, I'm not a massive fan of the styling. Doesn't look too bad, but at the same way, it looks a little bit too understated, and what is there kind of resembles Chris Canty's helmet for the New York Giants. Not a good look. The McLaren MP4 12C is one of the fastest cars we've tested so far in our performance figures. The car is capable of 0 to 60 in just 3.2 seconds, 0 to an incredible 125 in 8.9 seconds, onwards to a top speed of 205 miles an hour. However, it is also one of the slowest cars we've tested in the 1 mile drag strip, completing it in 28.1 seconds. It's not bad, but it's not spectacular. For an S-Class car with a performance index of about 660, which we'll talk more about later on in the review, it's solid but unspectacular. Disclaimer: I am now using the club circuit of Berenice Alps for future reviews, mainly for the reason of it's a shorter version of the Alps track I was using before, and hopefully by doing this it'll save a bit of time on future reviews. Now, this is the club circuit, same rules apply with my McLaren, and I enjoyed driving the McLaren to a degree. Its handling rating is actually rather poor for an S-Class car. It's actually 5.9. Less than quite a few cars in the category, but it's got a very nice amount of mechanical grip to it, and it doesn't really understeer as much as I thought it would. I had a good amount of confidence being able to put the power down, coming out of corners on a regular basis, and to me, a casual driver, I would actually recommend it. I'll talk more about potential in the Forzability part of the review coming up shortly, but what I will say is that on its own, the car is a solid car, handling-wise, for what it is. And I think it's got a fair bit of untapped potential considering the amount of mechanical power it has, and the grip to go with it is actually very nicely balanced. Onto the hot lap for a wrap around the Top Gear test track. And here's what Kenshin Alstig thought of the MP412C. Overall, he said he really liked the car. He said it's got very good acceleration and straight line speed performance. It also has very good cornering and mechanical grip. And he even said it was surprisingly good as a drift car and being able to get the back out despite the fact it was balanced and mid-engined. He was also surprised to find that it was actually faster than a competitive rival and the other McLaren I've reviewed in previous reviews, the McLaren F1. He said he didn't like the car's brakes. Personally, he found them a bit annoying in the sense of he had to brake earlier than he probably had to. But he ended up with a very solid lap time of a 1 minute 15.94. One of the McLaren's greatest strengths is its usability in the realms of Forza 4, as I like to call it, its Forzability. The McLaren MP4 is a fairly cheap car for giving its S-Class level performance. At 664, it's valued at 220,000 credits, fairly cheap for a car of its class. Or that's a fairly decent resale value, goes for quite well on the auction block, and is a free reward car at level 34. Which makes it a very usable car in the realms of Forza. And because of its performance index rating of 664, there is still room for upgrades to either power or performance. A very good all-rounder in the realms of Forza Motorsport 4. Overall, the McLaren MP4 is a great all-round car. It may be lacking a little bit of power compared to its other rivals, but its handling, its realms of ability and the uses of Forza will make it a very good all-rounder, ideal for beginners and experts alike looking to crack that perfect lap time. I've been Harrison101, and check back next week for me reviewing its ultimate rival, the Ferrari 458 Italia. Until then, I've been Harrison101. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks to Kenshin Alstig. From me and from him, sayonara.